Hey guys, and welcome to my channel and welcome to this video. I guess it's nice to see you again. We haven't seen each other for a while, and to be fair and honest, I haven't been painting really much lately. I can't really say much. I haven't been painting at all actually lately. So today I decided to do one very simple, I guess, painting, not really painting, some cards, because I did wanted to do a little warm up, and summer is finished and fall is here, so I guess I'm gonna be a little bit more inside than outside, so there will be, I guess, time to paint and to hang out with you. So hopefully we will see each other a little bit more in the future. So as I said, I will be doing 3 cards today, and I started with the first one. I did do a very simple and light sketch of a pumpkin, and I guess I'm not gonna make it complicated, even though I haven't been, as I said, painting a lot lately, so I'm gonna be fussing around this pumpkin, but just forgive me, please. I'm warming up my hand also. And when you do leave your brush and paints aside for a while, I guess you do get rusty a bit. So this is my first painting after a very long time, and I did get rusty, and I had one thought in my head and it just wasn't showing up on the paper, so I was fussing a little bit, adding paint here and there on my pumpkin. You will see that. So I'm using my own watercolors. This is my 2 last sets that haven't been up for sale by now, but I do promise you guys, I am finishing up the products for my store. So next week, hopefully next Saturday, I will be opening my store again, and you will be able to purchase these paints and also some palettes. Some of you have been asking me when I'm gonna open my shop again, so hopefully it will be next week. I will let you know in time. So as I said, hopefully it will be open by then. So I'm using those paints of mine, and this is from the Vibrant collection, some reds and yellows, greens, and also this one. This is a brownish tone for the fall colors. And I started with a very light wash on top of my pumpkin, adding a little bit more of the darker paint mix of red and brown, just to create some shadows and those creases between parts of the pumpkin. And also I wanted the top of the pumpkin to be visible, so I'm adding those parts that are on the other side, stem, and you can see me going back and forth adding that paint, just fussing over my pumpkins. And I also did paint a little bit of the leaves and some foliage around the pumpkin using green and yellow and brown. Right now I'm just adding branches, smaller ones and one larger one. When I was happy how it looked at that point, I left it to dry on the sides and moved on to the second one. For the second card, I will be painting some mushrooms, 2 mushrooms, red ones, poisonous. And first I did start again with a simple sketch, just place them, just to know where I'm going to place them on my paper and nothing more. Painting them red, first a very light wash, and then on top adding a little bit of the darker paint just to help it spread a little bit more. I didn't wet my paper and then add paint, but just use a very light wash of very light paint, very light red. And then for the stems, I'm using mix of red and yellow, some green for the grasses around. And as I said, I will be keeping it quite simple. Later on, we will be adding some ink. It is, Inktober, well, coming up very soon. It's not really October yet, but very soon. And some of you have been also asking me whether I'm gonna do Inktober, October and watercolors. Well, I guess unfortunately no. I just really don't have the time to do that this year, but hopefully I will be doing I am planning videos in October to be ink and watercolors, so maybe there will be a little bit more of the videos. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna do them just as I can, as I have the time, and hopefully I will be doing a bit more of them in October. So even though we're not gonna paint together every day, I guess we will be painting together with ink and watercolors. Some splatters, you know, of course, yellow, green, and this brown. And I did want to make it a little bit more whimsical, so I've added those curvy lines, and I am using this paint. This is actually a white paint that you can use for, I guess, any purpose, to paint on ceramics or paper, or I believe any surface. And I do like it because it's quite opaque. And just underneath those white dots, I'm adding some shadow with a darker brown. And also I did wanted to do a light glaze with yellow on top, so I've added a little bit of the yellow. I left that one on the side to dry also, and moving on to the third one. For this one I did not do a sketch because it's going to be quite simple, so I did not want to fuss with the sketch. And just again using some yellows, greens, reds, orange, brown to paint in those leaves. Quite simple. And you know what? I did miss you guys, and hopefully you will join me today in this video, in this painting, and just paint with me, you know, let's just have some fun together. We haven't been painting together lately, so maybe you did watch my previous videos, so I gave you the time to go back and just check on the previous videos. There are many there. So green for the branches, and also I've added with red some of the dots for, I don't know, some berries, I guess. Splatters with brown, green, yellow again. And I left that one also to dry. When the first one was dry completely, I did do my inking. And at first I thought I would be using some thicker ink, 03 and 005, thinner one, but at the end I just used 03. I did not use that thicker one. And going around in a sketchy way, you know me, you know I like to do my inking not in a very straight lines, but just doing it sketchy. And also added a bit more of the foliage with my ink pen. And you know, I do believe when I've added that ink, it was just looking complete. It was missing something until I used my ink and just added ink on top. It was just right. And I wrote in some text. This time it's gonna be happy pumpkin season. I'm looking forward to pumpkin. I haven't harvested any from my garden yet. Actually, I did harvest some, but very little. I will be harvesting them very soon, so I'm quite looking forward to that. I love pumpkins. And I did added some splatters with darker brown on top. I thought it added a finished look. For my mushrooms, also added some details underneath the white dots, and also where I thought shadows are gonna be needed. And unfortunately my camera stopped at this point, so you haven't seen everything, but I was just going around also adding a little bit of the grasses and some shadows, as I said. Added a little bit more of the darker brown for the shadows and then some splatters with brown, and also wrote in the text. This time it's going to be autumn in the air. Of course, you can write in any text you like. You can make these cards for any occasion, so you don't have to write in the same text. And for the third one, again added some ink for the leaves, around the leaves, for the veins of the leaves, and also for the branches. I was having trouble with my camera, so it stopped again. But you know, you can see what I did. I've added also a little bit of those lines just to make it a little bit more whimsical. And at the end, some yellow glazing, yellow splatters, brown splatters. Quite simple inking also here. And again, text, turn on the rain. I guess many of you wouldn't agree with me, but we had so little rain in this summer, so I'm missing some. And I guess with this, we'll be finishing off this painting and this video. It was very nice to see you guys again, to hang out with you. Hopefully you will be painting with me and enjoying this video. And if you do, please hit the like button, share it, comment. Please do comment. It just really does help a lot to get the word out there, to, you know, make this video reach a little bit more people. And if you haven't still, please do subscribe to my channel. I would also appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye!